Loved and seen, reclaiming your divine worth in a world that taught you survival. I want to start by introducing you to someone whose work is quietly revolutionizing the way we think about leadership, self mastery, and the inner world that fuels everything we do. Crystal Johnson is a woman whose message cuts through the noise of hustle culture and performance anxiety like a knife through warm butter. Her work centers on one truth that is both simple and seismic. No matter what your life journey has been or is right now, you are loved and seen by the divine. And that truth, that angelic assurance, changes everything. Crystal's impact on the world is profound because she doesn't just teach leadership, she teaches people how to lead themselves first. She reminds us that we are not just surviving, we are being guided, held, and seen every single step of the way. Her work has touched thousands of lives, and today I want to share with you the wisdom she's brought into my own life and the lives of so many others. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly believed that? Not just nodded along to it in church or scrolled past it on social media, but actually felt it in your bones that you are loved, that you are seen, that your journey with all its messy pivots and unqualified moments is exactly what it's supposed to be. Because here's what I've learned from Crystal Johnson and from the incredible women whose stories I'm about to share with you. Most of us have been running on fumes for so long, we've forgotten what it feels like to be full. We've been taught that strength means silence, that leadership means sacrifice, that success means grinding until there's nothing left. And somewhere along the way, we stopped asking ourselves the most important question: what if my inner world is the real power source? Crystal's work centers on this truth. She believes, and I believe, that external success means absolutely nothing without self mastery. You can have the corner office, the accolades, the LinkedIn endorsements, and still feel empty inside. Because if you haven't done the inner work, if you haven't learned to sit with yourself and actually like what you find there, then all that external shine is just a really expensive distraction. Let me tell you about Veronica Nabosa. Veronica is a Ugandan entrepreneur who now lives in Vienna, Austria. She's the founder of Wildlife Millions and Lux Botanica, two organic skincare and hair care brands that serve Black women all over the world. But here's the thing: Veronica didn't start out qualified. She didn't have perfect English. She didn't have a business degree or a trust fund or a safety net. What she had was fear, self doubt, and a whole lot of social unrest that forced her to relocate more than once. But Veronica also had something else: relentless persistence. She started as a volunteer, working alongside over 100 global volunteers, excelling despite her fears. And those volunteer roles, they opened corporate doors she never imagined walking through. She networked like her life depended on it, because in many ways, it did. She partnered with co investors, including a UN American, and she listened to what her customers actually needed. Brands like Shea Moisture were flying off the shelves, and Veronica paid attention. She pivoted when she had to. She adapted when the world around her shifted, and eventually she built two thriving businesses that empower Black consumers worldwide. Veronica's story is a testament to what Crystal Johnson teaches: that every pivot in your journey is seen and purposeful. Those audacious leaps, those moments when you feel wildly unqualified, those are the moments when the divine is turning your so called failures into destiny. Veronica didn't have magic. She had schooling, behavior, persistence, and the deep knowing that she was being seen, even when she couldn't see the path ahead. Now, let me tell you about another woman whose story will sound familiar if you've ever felt like you didn't belong in the room you fought to get into. Crystal Lim Long, known as the Work Bestie, is a Singapore based leadership expert who has helped thousands of people unlock their potential. She's the founder of Deep Human and Forest Wolf, and her work is rooted in neuroscience based training that transforms how people lead themselves and others. But here's the kicker: Crystal didn't have the hard skills everyone said she needed. She had a law degree, but no finance background. She was surrounded by high achieving clients who were drowning in their own internal chaos. And she had to navigate conflicts with institutions like NUS over her consultancy work. On paper, she was unqualified for at least 7 of the jobs she ended up excelling in. So, what did she do? She gate crashed, literally. She showed up at a bank event for the canapes, impressed the recruiters with her nimble thinking, and landed a job that changed the trajectory of her career. She built the Legacy Retreat to help people process grief and safety failures. She launched Deep Human with her husband, creating custom workshops that reached executives, students, and CEOs. Her brand went viral. Her work became a movement. And all of it started because she was willing to show up unqualified and trust that the divine had a plan. Crystal Lim Lang's story, much like Veronica's, reminds us that community reflections affirm your worth. When other people share how your light helped them rise, it mirrors back to you that you too are eternally loved and visible to the divine. Crystal didn't just build a business, she built a legacy of transformation, one daily message at a time, proving that self mastery isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, doing the work, and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be. And then there's the Roots and Wings program, another initiative Crystal Lim Lang pioneered at NUS. This program taught emotional intelligence to students and attracted companies like JP Morgan, Google, and Citigroup. It was unheard of for non academics to run consultancy programs like this. But Crystal and her husband Gregor secured an exception from NUS to share earnings, and they used hundreds of employer conversations to customize the program. Eventually, they went independent and the demand for their work exploded. What's powerful about this story is that it highlights emotional pivots as divine affirmation. The world told Crystal she wasn't qualified. The world told her to stay in her lane, but the divine said otherwise. And because she listened to that inner knowing, she was able to bridge academia to real world hiring, influencing thousands of people in self management and proving that inner skills matter more than external polish. So here's what I want you to take away from Crystal Johnson's wisdom and from these incredible stories. First, your inner world is your true power source. External success means nothing without self mastery, and the divine is guiding you to reclaim it no matter what your past looks like. Second, every pivot in your journey is seen and purposeful. Those audacious leaps, those unqualified moments, those are the divine's way of turning your story into destiny. And third, community reflections affirm your worth. When others share how your light helped them rise, it mirrors back that you too are eternally loved and visible to the divine. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, that's beautiful, but I'm tired. I've been strong for so long, I don't even know what soft feels like anymore. I've been carrying everyone else, and I don't know how to put the cape down. And to you, I say this: softness is not weakness. Softness is a radical act of self love. It's the sacred pause you've been waiting for, it's the deep exhale from the superwoman script, it's the quiet but powerful return to rest, self trust, and radical joy. Crystal Johnson's message is that you are loved and seen right now, exactly as you are. Not when you lose the weight, not when you get the promotion, not when you finally figure it all out. Right now, in this moment, with all your mess and all your magic, the divine sees you, the divine loves you, and the divine is guiding you home to yourself. This is the sacred space where strong Black women unlearn survival, rediscover softness, and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve without guilt, without apology, and without explanation. This is where we drop the cape. This is where we redefine strength. This is where we embrace healing, wholeness, and emotional honesty. This is where we protect our peace as a practice. And this is where we turn our survival into something sacred, something supportive, something that lifts not just us, but everyone around us. Crystal Johnson reminded me that my journey spiritually began at birth, that the lessons and knowledge I've mastered are only by the guidance of the divine, that I am his child and a tool of his for the world. And the same is true for you. You are his child. You are a tool for the world. And you are loved and seen every single day in every single moment. Veronica Nabosa didn't need perfect English to build a global business. Crystal Lim Lung didn't need finance skills to revolutionize leadership training. And you don't have to have it all figured out to step into your soft era. You just need to trust that you are loved, you are seen, and you are being guided every single step of the way. So here's what I'm asking you to do, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. I want you to pause and whisper to yourself, I am loved and seen by the divine. Right now, say it out loud if you can. Let it sink in. Let it wrap around you like warm light. And then I want you to share one unqualified story from your journey. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Share it in a community that will hold it. Share it with yourself in your journal. Because when you name those moments, when you honor those pivots, you start to see the divine's hand in all of it. You start to see that you were never unqualified. You were always exactly who you needed to be. This is your permission slip. This is your invitation. This is your reminder that you don't have to earn your worth. You already have it. You don't have to prove your value. You already are valuable. You don't have to wait for the world to see you. The divine already does. So I'm challenging you today to do something radical. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your journey, your life, your story, your unqualified moments. They are all part of a divine plan that is unfolding exactly as it should. And the world needs you to step into that truth. The world needs your softness. The world needs your rest. The world needs your boundaries. The world needs your joy. Because when you reclaim your divine worth, when you choose softness over survival, when you protect your peace as fiercely as you've protected everyone else, you don't just change your own life, you change the lives of everyone watching you. You become the permission slip someone else has been waiting for. You become the proof that it's possible to be strong and soft, successful and whole, driven and at peace. So go. Go and be loved. Go and be seen. Go and reclaim the life that's been waiting for you all along. The divine is already there, guiding you home,